Hey y'all, today I'm going to visit the grave of Catherine Williams Dunning, who was the daughter of country music legend Hank Williams Jr. Known to her family and friends as Katie, she left behind a legacy of her own in her short lifetime, and an entire community of Henry County, Tennessee mourned her passing. Katie was born in Nashville, Tennessee, October 21, 1992, to parents Hank Williams Jr. and his wife, Mary Jane Williams. She grew up here in the Buchanan Springville area near Kentucky Lake. I say Buchanan because I'm not from here, but I think it's actually pronounced Buchanan. I didn't know her personally as I moved here a little later, but it seems most everyone did, and all talk about what a down-to-earth, beautiful person she was inside and out. They said that when meeting her, you'd never think that she was from such a famous family, that she was just humble, kind, and a great friend. Unlike her siblings, she was not in the singing or entertainment business. She started a clothing line in 2017 called Weston Jane, named after her children's middle names. The purpose was to promote kindness, peace, and positivity, and the entire line was designed and manufactured by other moms. It was about women supporting other women and had become a very popular and well-loved brand. I apologize for the reflections on the beautiful stone. I know it makes it a little hard to see. This marker reads, "In memory of Katie, our beloved classmate and friend, loved the Henry County High School class of 2011." On Saturday, June 13th, 2020, Katie and her husband Tyler were returning home from a day of boating on Kentucky Lake. The news reports say the accident occurred around 7:45 p.m. while Katie was driving a 2007 Chevy Tahoe towing a boat southbound on Highway 79. For reasons unknown, she lost control of the vehicle on the four-lane highway and crossed the median into the northbound lanes, and the SUV began to roll. It came to a stop on the northbound shoulder of the road. Her husband Tyler was airlifted to Vanderbilt Hospital in Nashville. Tragically, Katie died in the crash. She was 27 years old. She left behind her husband, their 5-year-old son, and their daughter, who was not quite 2 years old. Her family and many friends were all heartbroken. I'll read a little bit of her obituary that I believe was written by her brother Sam Williams. It says, in part, her early years were full of passion and curiosity. She loved tagging along with Daddy to the farm, riding the jet skis with Mama, and playing with her big sisters, Hillary and Holly, who loved having a little girl to dress up and play with. Her little brother Sam came along 4 years later, and she had a ball telling him what to do and how to do it. Family was always the top priority for Katie, as she relished in summers, holidays, and weekends filled with those nearest and dearest to her. She is survived by her husband, Tyler J. Dunning, one daughter, Audrey Jane, one son, Bo Weston, all of Springville, Tennessee. Parents Hank and Mary Jane Williams of Buchanan, Tennessee, and it goes on to list many other family members. She was preceded in death by her grandparents, Hank Williams Sr. and Audrey Williams. Katie went to Lakewood School, then Henry County High School, and after that followed her passion to help others, which was always the most important thing on her list. She went to school at West Kentucky Community Technical College and became an occupational therapist working out of Jackson, Tennessee. She brought smiles to so many folks who needed lifting up, both physically and emotionally. They all adored her. Katie and Tyler originally met in 2007 on the jet skis at the lake. After many years of treasured memories together, their baby boy, Bo Weston, named after her brother Sam, was born in January of 2015. She was absolutely elated. Motherhood was always her dream. Tyler and Katie married in October of 2015. Soon after, baby girl Audrey Jane, named after her paternal grandmother and her mom, came along in September of 2018. Her children were the complete joy of her life. She loved hunting and going to concerts with her daddy-o. Katie Bopp, as her daddy referred to her, was always a daddy's girl. He spent years teaching her about his love of the outdoors and how to perfect a turkey call. They were together almost every single day, and their bond was as deeply meaningful to one as it was the other. Katie was a member of the Sulphur Well Church of Christ. She began a relationship with Jesus when she was 8 years old, and that was her compass throughout her life. She believed in his truths, and she authentically lived his teachings. Love your neighbor as yourself was no problem for Katie. When anyone spent time with her, they left with a lighter spirit and a more joyful heart than before. She exuded warmth and love with the biggest and most beautiful smile. One of her most precious life mottos was, "Cultivate kindness." This was one of the top-selling sweatshirts from her clothing line. The phrase is inspired by the following Bible verse in Proverbs chapter 3, verse 3. "Do not let kindness and truth leave you. Bind them around your neck. Write them on the tablet of your heart." Katie's mother, Mary Jane Williams, is buried beside her. She also passed away from a tragic accident just 2 years after Katie. Mrs. Williams was having a common cosmetic procedure done, breast implant removal and a lift that included liposuction and fat transfer. The doctor unknowingly punctured her lung during the procedure, and she died the following day from a collapsed lung caused by the puncture. Her obituary reads in part, Mary Jane Thomas Williams passed away March 22, 2022, in Jupiter, Florida. She was married to country music legend Hank Williams Jr. for over 30 years, having married in 1990. They had 2 children together, Katie Williams Dunning, who preceded her in death, and Sam Williams. She was a former Hawaiian Tropic model prior to her marriage. She was very outgoing and a world-class hunter, and former big game record holder. She loved cooking and taking care of people. Mary Jane Williams was 58 years old. It appears Katie's husband Tyler made a full recovery from the accident, as he's listed as a pallbearer at Mary Jane's funeral. In a social media post just a few months before her death, Katie wrote, "Be present because this life is not promised. I took years for granted, and now I'm trying to soak up each and every precious moment, good or bad. Give your loved ones your love and your kindness. This life is too short, and we all have so much to give."